and I'm a real good dog. I love high adventure, hunting, fishing, chasing raccoons, and especially cats, dragging them around by the tail. My mama is a very good registered Australian Shepherd, and no one really knows who my dad is. I think he was something mean like a wolf or something, since I am so mean. Little old ladies used to see me and make a big fuss over what a cute pup I was, but now they are all afraid of me. I am on my way to Wyoming to go antelope and deer hunting. I hope to chase the badger that's always digging holes in the yard around the cabin. This badger is supposed to be mean, but he has never seen me. I bet he just cowers in a hole when he sees how mean I am. We leave the driveway and we are on the open road in no time. I keep an eye out for danger as we head along Interstate 80 heading east.
Yeah, we would like 3 of your $1 double cheeseburgers or whatever it is.
I always have them order me a cheeseburger too, and I lick my chops until they get it to me, because I get hungry too. It takes a lot of energy to sniff for badgers and chew on antelope bones. Now that I have eaten my hamburger, I'm getting sleepy, so I'll just take a nap. I wake from my nap and hear the wind howling, and it is feeling colder, so I know I must be in Wyoming. I look across the Hoback River and see the quake and aspen have already turned to their beautiful, beautiful colors of the fall. I am already sniffing for a badger too. Turn off the paved road and jiggle down a lot of rocky road for a few miles, and then I get my first view of the cabin. A few clouds are hanging around, and there seems to be a sagebrush fire in the background. And I still haven't seen a badger yet. I knew he would be hiding when he heard we were coming. I am wasting no time jumping out of the pickup to check for badgers, and maybe even a skunk if I'm real lucky. I even got to go in the cabin to check things out, but was soon booted out when Marge found I left a big pile for her to clean up. I tried to blame it on the badger, but no one would buy that. I saw my first buck antelope while I was trying to take a nap on the cabin porch. Everybody thought I would have to be tied up to keep me from chasing antelope, but I knew better than to chase antelope. The next morning at first light, Tom and Bob had antelope hunting. I had to stay at the cabin to keep watch for the badger.
Boy, those cottonwoods are turning nice.
We drove up on a bank overlooking the Green River. We're marveling at the colors the cottonwoods are turning for the fall season. A doe deer sneaks across an opening. It apparently heard us talking up above, but we're only looking for a buck. So we move along and find no bucks, so we head on out to see if we can find us a nice big buck antelope.
What do they use those horses and mules for, Bob?
Traditional shit.
Oh, yeah.
They use the horses for cattle, you know, run them from one pasture to the other.
Yeah. Right up here. That's a buck, yeah.
We spot an old buck antelope feeding out in a pasture here, but we decide to pass him up. He could be a little bigger, and besides, it's early in the day and we don't want to get one yet. We spot a moose calf hiding in the brush. I'll bet Mama's nearby. So we move on and look for another antelope, and shortly we spot one.
Okay, go ahead. Sounded like it hit. Yeah. He's not bad, is he? Yeah. Darn, that was a good shot you made across there, too. Darn, you made a nice shot. It's a neck shot, isn't it?
Yeah. Good one, Tom.
Yeah, nice clean shot. Darn, he's a nice buck, Bob. What'd you do? You shot him in the neck, huh? Right in the neck. Yeah, good buck. Now we've got the antelope all loaded and we've got some decent meat now. Wow, that was a good hunt, Bob. Good shooting.
I've been laying on the porch, watching for the badger, and waiting for Tom to get back from hunting. He promised me an antelope bone to chew on, and I'm certainly going to hold him to it. There's my antelope bone I've been waiting for. I bet it is going to be real tasty. I'm not going to share a bit of it with the old badger. He can dig ground squirrels and eat mice. Before we get the antelope skinned, we have to get our evening wood in to keep the cabin warm from that constant Wyoming wind. Besides, Wally and Greta will be coming in tonight to go antelope hunting. Yeah, he's carrying a stick.
We received word late that night that Wally and Greta weren't going to be able to make it till the next day. So Bob and I jump in his little Jeep and decide to go out and see if we can see a deer along the Green River. But there's snow in the sky. As we move along, it's just beginning to snow. We see this old bull. He's meaner than dirt, and he was there at the same spot last year. He has a little snow on his back. He doesn't even mind. He just wants a good fight. We see some deer hiding in the brush, but we can't find a horn on any of them. An old doe and two fawns
They look good shape,
hiding here in the willows.
They sure do look nice.
Some sage chickens are sneaking around through the sagebrush out here. It looks like a lot of them. We've seen a lot of them this year. There must have been an excellent crop of sage chickens this year. And season's going to open in a day or two, but we probably won't even go hunting for them this year. We probably don't have the time and forgot to bring our shotguns along. These sage chickens are really big and fat, and there's absolutely nothing better on earth to eat than the sage chickens. Too bad we don't have time to hunt them a little bit, but we've got other things we need to be doing.
I didn't mind the snow at all, and I found some nasty stuff to eat that they threw out when they were cleaning the antelope. It was extra good. Tom and Bob never came across a buck deer. Wally is coming tomorrow to go antelope hunting. Hope he gets one more so that I'll have some of that good stuff to eat. I got to come in the cabin to warm up a little, and found one of Tom's socks. I will chew on it a while till Marge catches me. I made myself real comfortable on the couch until I got caught.
To my sister's my older sister.
You want to go antelope hunting, Ned? Huh?
50th hunt.
You like to hunt?
Wedding anniversary.
Everybody ran off to go antelope hunting and left me to watch the cabin.
That first one sure is a buck. There's a buck and 2 does.
We spotted a few antelope right away, and Wally's in hot pursuit.
Did you hit?
I think so.
Sounded like it, didn't it?
Yes.
Do you think he hit it, Greta? Yeah, let's Well, looks like you did get it, huh? Is it a good big one? Oh, hold the head up so we can see. Yeah, nice big one.
Wally had a good hunt, bringing me back some good
No,
bones to
Ned,
chew on.
no.
Every time the wind would blow, the meat would swing back and forth on the porch, and they'd say, "Ned, don't chew on that antelope." What did they think I would do that for? The next day they cut up the antelope, and did I ever have a feed. Everybody went to the hot springs, leaving me at the cabin not feeling well after eating so many antelope scraps. Margie fell crossing the ice-cold Granite Creek, but there was plenty of hot water to warm up in at the other side of the creek.
After seeing Marge fall down, Wally and Greta decided to find a better way to cross. They went downstream a little farther, and it wasn't quite as bad getting across down there. So we all got across, and we were really glad to get in the nice warm water of the hot springs. We had a very nice relaxing time in the hot springs, and by the time it was time to go home, we'd figured out a way to cross the creek where no one got wet or fell down. We're all very relaxed from the hot springs too. We're back to the cabin, and Wally and Greta have to go home, and we have to go too. So Ned and I'll wash the pickup up a little and make it look a little better, and then we're heading home. We're all packed and loaded. We locked the cabin up, and we probably won't see it again till next spring. And we're heading by the Idaho way. We're going by the craters of the moon on the way home. The cabin's standing tall against the Grovant and Wind River Mountains at the first light of day. Along the Snake River, we encountered two bull moose having a little disagreement. They were right between the Snake River and the highway, and every time a car would come by, it would spook them, and then they could resume their fight and do a little grazing in between vehicles. Ned didn't like moose. He didn't seem to worry about the antelope or anything else. Boy, when it comes to moose, Ned has no tolerance. His hackle just stood right up on his neck, and he barked as mean as he could possibly bark.
Barking at the moose?
Idaho, we decided to stop at Craters of the Moon National Park to spend the night. It was really hot and sunny there. We set our tent in the lava rock, and I take advantage of any shade I can find, so I won't roast. You said you found him a cool place to lay. Look at he's digging. The water is crystal clear, shoulder deep, and just the perfect temperature if you want to go in, but I don't care for those darn hot springs. Besides that, dogs really aren't allowed in them. I will stand by to watch for wild animals and anybody that should come along that would bother us. There is still enough daylight to go exploring, so we better get busy. We want to see all the nice dark caves and exceptional lava flows. We will check out the first cave by hiking down a real good path. The wind is blowing like crazy and blew Margie down. She tried to say it was me jerking on the leash too hard, but I was so excited and there was so much to sniff and see out here.
Here, have him lick it. Have Ned lick it.
If you think you're going to get me to go down the steps into that dark cave, you need your head read. It looks like we are lost already, and no one even thought to bring breadcrumbs to string out to mark our trail. It may be just as well because the pigeons would have eaten them. What are they putting on me? I'm getting decked out to do some serious cave exploring, with a headlamp and all. These caves are rivers where red-hot lava once flowed. Some of them are miles long and very interesting. Let's go down. Get on this side of me. Here. Wait, Ned. Here. He pulls so hard. He's caught. Ha ha ha. There he comes. There he goes. What's he looking for?
For bear.
Come on, Ned. Go on. Look over there, Ned. See my hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here, Ned. Come on. Come on. Come on, Ned. He's following you now. There are very nice smooth lava flows, all with different character. Every place you look, there's lava flows that are new, and there are not even plants growing here. They expected me to go in that ice-cold cave and freeze. There's a natural refrigeration cycle here, and it freezes ice all months of the year. Come on, Ned.
It's nice.
It's warm up here
Yeah.
after being down there. It's back to camp to spend the night, and we will be homeward bound at morning's first light.
Boy.
By sunset, we have made it through Idaho and have reached the Columbia Gorge. I'm going to have some company at home. 2 new little outlaws, complete with masks. I can't wait for them to get out of that cage so I can work them over. Tom tries to put them up in that big tree, but they come down as fast as he puts them up. The raccoons are from the Natural Wildlife Foundation. They lost their mama and couldn't survive the winter on their own, so it looks like we have our work cut out for us. I will give them a good working over every chance I get. They will be nothing but happy to return to the wild as soon as I possibly can get them to. I just hope they don't eat too much of my food.